What up, dude? And welcome to the Boss Up, Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Curt Steele. On today's show, we give injury updates on some players on the Lions defense. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers and currently set at 2784. And we now have channel memberships. Shout out to our channel member, T-Bone Locks, for holding us down. It's another way to help us grow this channel. Now it's time to bring in my co-host for today's show. Of course, y'all know who it is. It's the hardest working man. He got his coaching hat on today for them Jackson Northwest Mounties. It's the big time fella down there in Jackson, Michigan. It's who?
It's the Wolverine coach, Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
And it's your auntie's favorite Detroit Lions content creator. Because, you know, he is the sole proprietor of the Tupperware T-shirt exchange program and the curator of Thirsty Thursdays on Instagram. It's my man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, everybody? Good Monday morning.
All right, so we have a special announcement. The Boss Up, Ball Out merch shop is now available. You can find the link in the description. We've got a few items in there, but we want to launch it to get it out there to you. So put the code Boss Up, Ball Out 10 in at checkout. When you spend $45, you get 10% off of an item. We'll be rocking some samples soon and adding more items to the store. So we got a limited amount of merch out there. Once we get some samples in, we'll start rocking that on the show so you can see some of the things, but go check it out. The link's in the description for the Boss Up, Ball Out Shopify store, man. So go check that thing out.
No.
If you're new to the channel, this is how our show works. We look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up with that blade dance. If you disagree, we say they are balled on. And we give our take on why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here, just natural debate and our true thoughts and opinions about what's happening with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. So today we're going to do some injury updates, my man. Coach Jones, you up first. You got the first player. So what you got, my man?
Yes, sir. And the first player is the Wolverine, Aiden Hutchinson. You know, I had that name first. I just want to let y'all know that. But yeah, man, it was good, man. So Aiden Hutchinson, I'm not sure who leaked the video first, but Aiden Hutchinson's video was leaked, and he looked like he was running about 80% out there, and he looked like he ran it for about 80 yards. It looked like he was running, and what was key about that was he was running kind of zigzaggish, which means he was planting off that leg and then going into another run, and then planting off this leg, and then going into another, and going into a slight turn, man. So,
Coach, let's show the people what you're talking about, brother.
Yeah, come on, so roll the tape. Look at him planting.
All right, there we go. Yeah, we got what to talk about.
So as you can see, he was planting off that leg and he was going this way, you know, and then he was planting off this leg and he was going that way. So that is very good for him. That he will be ready for the start of the season, I do believe. I don't think there'll be any setbacks. Maybe they might take it a little easy with him, you know, and then spring training and through the summer, you know, kind of ease him back in, but he looked like he was ready to go, man. But I just do want to say that what that really meant for his chances of coming back if we made a Super Bowl run, nah, man, it wasn't possible. I think if he would have tried to come back and just get in like a couple of plays, if we made the Super Bowl, it probably would have hurt him, and he probably wouldn't be ready for the start of the season. I think he would have aggravated that injury, and you know, it would have really slowed him down, because I think he would have had to have surgery again. Then he would have had to, you know, go through the rehab process, and you kind of got to go through it slower when you re-injure something. So, yeah, so that Lions fans, that I don't know if Aiden Hutchinson had put it out there exactly that he said that he would be back, but he wouldn't have been back at all. And I'm happy that he wouldn't have attempted to even try and come back. That was just us, us Lions fans, just hoping and praying that he'd come back, man. But shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, the Wolverine. He's on the road to recovery, and man, that's a promising video right there, man. That makes me feel good that our potential sack leader is back.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that, man. Just me looking at that video. If there was one player I was not worried about coming back from injury, it was Aiden Hutchinson. I've been following his career since his days at Michigan, and there's no doubt he has a high work ethic. And I knew he would do anything and everything to get back on the field in the shortest time possible. But I agree with you, Coach Jones. Like, I don't think he would have been ready for a Super Bowl. However, looking at this video gives me some hope that I think that he'll return to form and be a candidate for comeback player of the year and defensive player of the year. So looking at that video, I'm very, encouraged about his recovery efforts coming back from that fibia fracture. So shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, man, putting that work in, man. You can see he's been working hard. He got the leg sleeve on, man. I wouldn't want to line up against him right now. So, can imagine when he gets toward the season, you know what I'm saying, how healthy he's going to be. So he's looking pretty good. So LL, what you got, my man?
Nice encouragement. Some people don't believe that he'll be ready by the start of the season, or at least, going full strength by the time of the full season. I don't really know. I think he might be. Of course, Coach Mike said, both of you said that a little bit, just as far as he may not have been ready to come back in the Super Bowl. Some of us kind of didn't think that was going to happen anyway. And some of us, like, once, unfortunate thing is we lost to the Commanders. It was, at least Hutch won't try to come back and hurt himself. At least he'd be, fully healed, or have more time to heal. I don't know if I guess he'd be fully healed by then, but whatever the timetable, he'll have more time to get it right. So, he's running around and looking good. I don't know what this means as far as like where he's at in his, or I shouldn't say that, but I don't know as far as the timeline. I still think he'll be ready for week 1, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself. April is Autism Awareness Month. I missed it on Friday. I didn't have my shirt on. I was rocking my Autism Awareness beads for my son Curtis Steele the third. I'm rocking our in a world where you could be anything, be kind shirt. So definitely, and shout out to my man Coach Jones. He has his stepson has autism as well. So, we are very autism awareness advocates right here on this show. So make sure you go and, support autism awareness. Go to your local, if you want to do something, go to your local autism society, see the programs they have there. They have autism walks, things of that nature. Autism Speaks is another organization that does a lot for autism research. So make sure you check that out, man. My son is my hero, man, because he's 28 years old, and a lot of kids with a lot of individuals with autism don't live into, especially on the severe side, into their late 20s and their, what I'm saying? So, but he's fearless. He's never afraid to be who he is, man. And it is what it is, man. I love that Joker, man. So shout out to my son, Curt Steele the third, man. That's my dude right there, man. So, all right. So, LL got another update on another player. So we're going to play the video first, and then we're going to let him give his update. All right. We got a video of Aline the Dream.
Yeah, showing off that. Go ahead. Oh, well, no, showing off that knee durability or that knee strength, I guess you would say. Real quick, which knee did he do, his right or his left?
Well, you
I guess it was his left that I guess he was working out there. I don't really know. Hopefully, I'm right on that. Yeah, but that's video of Aleem the Dream McNeil, aka the Deep Freezer, depending on how long you've been listening. But he tore his ACL. I believe it was the week after Thanksgiving, or either on Thanksgiving. My apologies for not having the information available, but later in the season, and a lot of us, me included, are questioning his timetable for return.
Right ACL sprain.
Right ACL.
Tear. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I was wrong,
Yeah.
but thank you for that, Curt. But yeah, so it's varying different, varying timelines out there, and it's only from fans. You know, I've heard some people say November. Heard some people say October. I've heard some people say, earlier than that. I don't really know. I would expect them at least 4 to 6 weeks. What was it? The PUP list? I think that's at least automatically 6 weeks. So I think it's something around there. If not, he started on the DL and at least miss 4 weeks or something like that. But I just wanted to look into it because I don't really know much about ACL injury timelines. I remember, when I was younger, that was like 2-year process before you back to normal. Then it was like a 1-year process. And now it seems it's just like an off-season process before you back to normal. So I went and looked on I Googled the timeline for ACL surgery recovery. And this is some information from the Emory Healthcare site. And they just give, like just phases and things like that. So they say that, after, and that video was 4 months post-op. At least that's what the caption had said. Mm-hmm. So they say that phase 1 is week 1 through 3, and that's just control of inflammation, range of motion, things like that. Phase 2 is weeks 4 to 6, and that's strengthening light weights and sports cords. Full range of motion, continued protection of the graft from the stresses. So, still improving, but trying to keep it from gaining any scar tissue is how I take that. Phase 3 is week 7 through 12, and that's improved patient's confidence in the knee, progression in strength, power, and I don't know how to say that word, but preparing to return to sport. So it kind of sounds like he may be in that phase 3-ish, because they say 4 months post-op, and that's 7 to 12 weeks. So it sounds like we may be in that range, but then there's a couple other phases. Phase 4 is 4 to 6 months, and then phase 5 is return to sport, usually at about 6 months. So it looks like we heading right toward where it looks like he's right on the timeline for a recovery. I don't know if that'd be week 1 or week 6 or week 7, whatever it is. So, but he looked good in the video. It looks like it's doing what he's supposed to do. Of course, I don't think he's ready to go out there and play football right now or anytime soon, but it's like he's on the right track. Look like he's doing what he needs to do to get it right. If any of y'all out there have had injuries, I've had a couple. If you, Coach or Curt, have had any sports injuries or anything like that, that's pretty much what it is. They just really trying to get you back to normal first, and then you worry about everything else. So it looks like he's getting closer to normal, and then he'd be ready to, start, slapping the hell out of people on the defensive line. So what do you guys think? If you have a guess on his timeline, they think in October, November, or maybe earlier than that, or do you think he's looking decent in the video, or it's just a video?
Yeah, looking at that video, man. Excuse me. It just like Aleem McNeil, man. He was the last one to have an injury, like of the guys that we're looking at today, and the last one to have a major injury. With his size and his position that he plays, man, it may take him a full calendar year to get back on the field completely. I agree with Dr. Lau, who had the caption, who posted the social media post. I think the earlier said he returns. I think that's a really early guesstimate, but is real November. But however, I think it may take him a little while longer. I'm looking December before we see him on the field. And the reason being, if you look at his size, and the weight he has on his body, that takes a little longer to get all those, ligaments and joints and all that stuff strengthened, because he's carrying a lot of weight up, as far as upper body and stuff like that. So I would be surprised if it's before December. And I'm not saying deeper to this. I ain't saying Christmas or something like that. I'm saying maybe early December, maybe that first week of December, whenever that could be the target date. But to say he's going to be ready for the Thanksgiving game, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. Because like you said, Curt, he's 300 plus, man. And just first you have to get it back to the point where he can burst, where he can get through, where he can make maneuvers. But then it has the second part of that has to be him being able to handle pressure from O linemen, from them, coming to him and them, tussling and all of that, man, and because that's a lot. That's not even just him going like this. Now he has to be able to handle combat. So that's real tough, man. Because that injury is serious. You don't want to re-aggravate it. The timeline on him, I would take a guess. It just depends on how he attacks the recovery, man. And I would say it's going to at least be mid-season before he returns. It'll at least be like week like 10 before he returns. Probably weeks like in between week 8 and 10. I think he'll probably return. Yeah, because that's a serious injury, especially when you're in the most confrontational, most contact. Like when you're a defensive tackle, you get contact on every single play. Like every play. There's not one play where you just like, all right, I'm just gonna chill. Like you're in the trenches, and that means every play. So the body just has to not only be able to give, it has to be able to take. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, for real. Hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things will help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself. The Boss Up Ball Out podcast is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drink. Our favorite flavor here is Irish Strikes, which brings you a blue tropical punch flavor. Because we rock Honolulu Blue right here on our show. It's the ultimate fuel for conquering all that is ahead of you. Here are some benefits. Get laser focused with green coffee fruit extract, which is the star of the show, and it helps you concentrate. The drink provides brain food with L-taurine, L-tyrosine, L-glutamine, and L-citrulline. We've selected only the best amino acids to enhance some brain function with Dubby Energy Drink. It has the most brain-boosting vitamins such as B3, B6, B12, and vitamin C. The energy comes from 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. No sugar, no maltodextrin, artificial colors, dyes, fillers, or BS. Of course, a guy like me with type 2 diabetes, that no sugar is a big plus. And the cost is about $1 per drink. Beats your daily coffee and canned beverage every time. No crashes or jitters or anxiety. You can find the link to buy Dubby in the description of this video. Use code BOSSUPBALLOUTPOD at checkout to get 10% off your order. Take on your day with Dubby. All right, so
Dubby.
we got one more player to update, and that's this young fella right here. If you don't know who that is, that's Malcolm Rodriguez, man. The young linebacker. He had an ACL tear as well. Rodrigo posted a video of him running on social media. Dr. Jimmy Lau, who a lot of us got these updates from, the Detroit Lions injury analyst for Detroit Lions podcast and Lions Wire. Shout out to Jeff Risden. And he's a board certified family medicine doctor and a Detroit Lions fan. I think his handle was called Detroit Lions Morning Rounds. His update on Rodriguez is that, and I quote, he's likely to start training camp and regular season on the PUP list. What Ella was talking about, the physically unable to perform list. A typical 10 to 11 month ACL recovery would have him playing in a game around late October. Upon return, it will likely take him some time to get back to his former level of play, but there is a good chance that he gets to full strength by the time we make the playoff push until the end of the season. Rodrigo's making some progress. And kind of circling back to LL's video of Aleem McNeil, he was planning with the right, pushing off on the right leg and raising his left leg. So that was the recovery.
That's what I'm watching right now.
Yeah. So, but looking at Rodrigo's video, man, straight line running, that's what you kind of want him to be around this time frame because his injury occurred in October, November time frame, I think November. And looking at him, man, you look at this young fella. I want him to be back, to where he was prior. His injury was on the 28th November, excuse me. So want him to get back to his full power, but I just like to see the progress that he's making. Hopefully we can get him back on the field sooner rather than later, but I don't want to rush anyone back from rehab. And I think that this staff is that way as well. They don't want to rush anyone back. They want to make sure that they're ready to go. So, but I like the progress I'm seeing from Rodriguez. What you got there, LL?
Good, glad to see Lisa's progress. Like you said, and I had to go back because I did like I sometimes do and don't read the whole caption because I know you were saying that Dr. Lau was leaving information in there. And that's how I went back to read the Aleem McNeil one. But yeah, so I kind of trust that if they saying if he's saying November and all that kind of stuff, I see November probably. And I say that to say the same with Aleem McNeil. I know I said he might start out on PUP list, but I would say November as well. And that's just because I went back to read the caption. But November-ish. But yeah, like you said, and like the obvious thing, of course, you want him to come back and be able to play football like he was before he got hurt. So I personally think Rodrigo is. I want to see him around for a while. He's one of our linebackers that actually know how to play football. So speedy recovery to you, Malcolm, and don't come back before you're ready.
Yeah, and he a wrestler too, so he be flipping people. All right, what you got?
You know what? I think that video was very similar to the first video that came out with Aiden Hutchinson, where they were running kind of that half speed type thing. So that kind of gives you a little bit of heads up on his timeline. He's a few weeks behind Hutch. I don't know. If the recovery, like totally, because they're two different injuries, will be the same. But I believe in the process where he's at, he's in a similar place where Hutch was when he posted that first video where he was kind of quarter jogging. So, that's all good. But yeah, man, I'm happy, man. I'm happy that everybody's progressing. I just don't want nobody to rush nothing, back and come back too early. And these injuries, might change people's thoughts on how we draft. Because these are critical players, to the Lions roster and to that 15-2 season. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I know that's a whole nother ball of wax I'm opening up, but yeah, it's good, man, to see these guys in their recovery process and kind of, we are so spoiled now with Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We just get to see everything. Like we remember back in the day, Curt, like somebody or LL, remember somebody get hurt and you just be wondering, man, I wonder how I'm now. Now people like, you know what I'm saying, like. I just love the era that we in. It's a lot of it is some bad in it, but man, it's a lot of positive things that we can get from these videos, man. So salute.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so there's one thing I want to clear up, and I kind of posted it on this earlier. Excuse me for the technical difficulties. All right, so here's a look at the new Lions numbers that are coming out, the player switch numbers, right? And I want to focus on Terrion Arnold, right? I mentioned on Friday's live that Terrion Arnold was switching to 6 because it was his high school number, but that's not correct. All right, Arnold wore 11. He's switching to 6 to honor his teammate at Alabama and former Minnesota's Vikings cornerback Kyrie Jackson, who was tragically lost in a car accident in his home state of Maryland in July of 2024. Another stand-up move by a stand-up guy in Terrion Arnold. I mistakenly took a picture of Jackson wearing 6 in high school was a posting on Arnold's Instagram page as I thought it was Terrion Arnold, and it was not. It was actually Kyrie Jackson. So I want to clear that up. But he is switching because Terrion Arnold wore 11 in high school. He did not wear 6. But Terrion Arnold is switching to 6 to honor Kyrie Jackson. And that's just a stand-up move, man. That guy, he's just a good dude. I mean, like, you see all the stuff he does off the field, community, some of the things. Look at the stuff that he was doing. Like, he still has that close relationship with the guy who was the janitor at his high school. Like, who still has a relationship with that guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? He was a star football player, and he had a close relationship with a guy who cleaned the school. Because those are the people in the school that is kind of just overlooked. You don't see, you know what I'm saying, people, you know what I'm saying, even probably interacting with the janitor, you know what I'm saying, besides telling them something they need to clean up. And this guy, Terrion Arnold, giving him his jersey, Alabama jersey, Lions jersey, all these things, man, and telling him how important he was in his life. And to see him doing that again, honoring his fallen teammate at Alabama, switching from 0 to number 6, and the 0 goes to another former Alabama player, and Jahmyr Gibbs. And I just like to see that tribute to him. So what do you guys think about Arnold shifting his number to honor his teammate at Alabama? I'm gonna go to you first, Coach.
That just shows you where his mind and heart is, and that's big, because when people choose their number when they come to the NFL, it's usually for a reason. And for him to switch back, man, that shows like that's real commendable. That's real respect, and that lets you know where his head is, man. He's always thinking past the game, and I salute to him, man.
All right, what you got, LL?
Well, Big 6 in blue, gotta love that. What's up, cuz? But I good for him. I thought when I saw that too, I thought that was him in high school or whenever. I thought that was him with the 6 because it said like he's back or something, like the caption said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, that's why I went back to 6. But I eventually heard that as well, that it was for Kyrie Jackson. But good for him, man. I had said online that because Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams had won at number 1, I said they should race for it. I don't think that they did, but I would like to see that, because we hear all types of stuff, they pay or they, whatever it is to try to get the number from somebody. So, that's dope. I would, in my head, I'm going to say that they raced and Jameson Williams won. And then, of course, I know you didn't ask this part, but I'm glad to see my dog, Big Broderick, back in 99, man. Hopefully he can stay in there and actually get some playing time.
Listen. I thought that maybe Broderick did that so he can get another check from Zadarius Smith when Zadarius Smith comes back. And then he got 99. He like we had did before. That's on the table.
It's all good. Cash doll pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shit, that's how I would do it.
But I didn't get you guys thought about this, man. I like Jahmyr Gibbs and number 0. That's going to be real deflating for defenders to see that 0 come fly past them. I think Jameson Williams was in the Lions first, so he's like he probably had first dibs on one. Like, hey, you were here, you got here first, so
right.
You get it. I think number 4 for DJ Reed just means that Emmanuel Mosley is not coming back. In his registrar going to 9, I think he wanted a single digit number. I think he wore 2 at Missouri, and that's not available. That's Hendon Hooker is rocking number 2. Our boy Ronnie Bell from U of M rocking 10. Tim Patrick going from 17 to 12. I kind of like Tim Patrick in 17, but it is what it is. And then Grant Stewart rocking 15. Rock Ya-Sin working to 23. I have a 26 jersey. That's Jahmyr Gibbs. So if you see me rocking a 26 jersey, because one of the things that, the jersey assurance is about players leaving the team. So, like, say if you bought your jersey from Fanatics and you got jersey assurance, it doesn't cover players switching numbers or if they get cut. So it only covers it if they get traded.
That's whack though.
Yeah. Big Lopez 51. Kenny, yeah, boy, was rocking 88. I like Al-Qadim Muhammad switching probably
like
to more of a
96.
number that
I
96.
like 96.
Because we don't see a lot of defensive ends wearing 69.
You do,
But
and
anyway,
I hate it every time.
That's the
then
number.
Yeah, and Big Martin going back to 99, probably going and getting that check. So what do you guys think about just some of these changes?
That boy Martin smart. That boy smart as hell. Yeah, I'm with it. I like Jahmyr Gibbs because that's his college number. So Jameson Williams. I'm sorry, that's his college number. So maybe he going back to some Alabama days, man. Maybe that's a sign that he ready to dominate. So,
yeah, because he wore number 6 at Ohio State, and that was trash. You never see him talking about Ohio State. He said it was trash up there. But anyway, what you got, LL?
We know that. Duh, it's Ohio. But I already said it. Good look on the Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams. Like in my head that they raced for number 1. They probably didn't. But I'm glad to see. One thing I already said that about Project Martin, but and this is a joke, of course, y'all. But a little bit. There's a little bit of a joke, but this Matthew Stafford erasure is real. They gave it to Jameson. They didn't give that number away twice. Long story short, they didn't give that number away twice. They like, man, who used to wear number 9? Oh, who cares? You can wear it today. You want to wear it next week? You over there? Yeah. They don't care about that. They throw that 9 around. I got a really bad joke about. Never mind.
Yeah. No. I mean, and like you ain't seen an 81 rocking around Ford Field except with Johnson on the back. That's it. But hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. If you haven't done so already, please follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms. Y'all know how we get down. Coach Jones does a great job of posting over there on Wolf and Lion Sports Talk and over doing some content right here on the Boss Up Ball Out channel, Sam. So make sure you take it easy with it and check out his Beyond the Ropes boxing playlist and some of his shorts he does over here. And of course, I post content from all of my social media platforms right here on the channel and all of my social media platforms. And then LL with his My High Media, man, go check out some of his videos. Got him out there queuing. It's about to get warm outside of spring, so you probably catch him out there fishing and doing some other things. And of course, you know what I'm saying, it's Michigan. You might be rolling up because it's called My High Media for a reason. What? Hey, man, like I said, man, the new store is out, man. It links in the description below. Like I said, Boss Out, Ball Out 10. If you spend $45, you'll get 10% off one item that you have selected to purchase. So happy to bring you that, man. And please, man, support the channel, man. Now, this hat is an older hat, so don't think you're going to get this one in the store. Different supplier. This was actually made by the folks at the LNU for me a couple of years ago. So you won't get this one. It will be similar, but it'll be a patch. It'll be the logo inside a patch, and it'll be a what do you call that? Adjustable brill cap. This is a flex fit, so you won't get this one. But you will. There will be some available, man. And then shirts, mugs, and some other things, man. And we'll talk about some more things that we may be bringing you here shortly. But time for final thoughts for today's show, man. Parting shots. Coach Jones, you up first, my man.
Yeah, man. I just want to say shout out. That's why I'm wearing this hat right now. Shout out to Northwest Mounties, man. So we went to the movies on Saturday. I go see Minecraft. I took the kids to go see Minecraft. And we was walking out the parking lot. We were walking out of the movies, and we were in the parking lot. I came across some Northwest Mountie football players, man. I didn't know they was in the movie because the movie was dark when we walked in, and we had to walk to the front. But I came out, man, and I think it was about 8 of them all together, man. That's family, man. That's what I like to see, man, is football players hanging out with each other, man. And yeah, man, that right there, that show you, man. And they was all one position group too. It wasn't just random, like it was about 4 D linemen hanging with each other, man. I thought that was nice, man. I thought that was cool, man. So salute to the Mounties, man.
That's your group. All right.
Yeah.
LL, what you got, my dude?
What's that, everybody? I meant to say this when I was talking about Aleem McNeil, so sorry to waste y'all time now. When Coach Mike, he calls Aiden Hutchinson the Wolf a lion, I was going to call Aleem McNeil the Wolf a lion because he played at North Carolina State. Wolf Pack. But have a great rest of y'all.
Boom.
Have a great rest of y'all Monday. All of that great stuff.
Okay, all right. So for me, man, happy Monday. Thank you for starting your week off with us right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. If you're having a good day at work, please spread the joy. If you're not having a good day, don't steal no one else's joy. And whatever you're doing in life, you gotta boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.